guys, here's another week of art and online learning and, well, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, y'all ready for some great projects? Let's do it. Okay, I've got a really easy one for you today. This is only going to take a couple materials. This is called 3D words, 3D names. You use something called perspective. And it's just a really fun way to make things look like they're popping off your paper. So we're going to be writing our name or a word, and then I'm going to show you guys how to make them look 3D. All you're going to need for this today is a piece of drawing paper, computer paper, construction paper, whatever kind of paper you want, a pencil, a ruler. You can also eyeball it, but rulers work best. And then, of course, some colors. So I'll post that list and then we will get started. Okay, so if you guys look at mine, I wrote the word love because I didn't really want to write my name. And I've got everything going back into space. And it's all going to one spot. I'm going to teach you guys how to make block letters, and then I will teach you guys how to make them look like they're shooting out at you from one spot. So we're going to need our paper and we're going to need a pencil. I am going to be writing words upside down, so bear with me. Now, some of you guys might already know how to make block letters, but I bet a lot of you guys don't. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that first. And it's actually really easy. I'm going to just go ahead and use the word love again. So I'm actually going to start by writing the word. I'm going to do them all capital letters. Like that. I'm going to put this here. This is just a back paper for me to kind of, so you guys can see. Okay, so I wrote L-O-V-E. I wrote all capitals. And now there's a couple ways you can turn them into blocks. The easiest way is to just take and use this as like the outside part and then just go and expand off like that. In the case of the O, you could just put a circle inside. In the case of the V, I'm going to go out like this. The E is going to be harder. I'm going to go ahead and go like this. And then I'll turn that like that. And then you could, if you have an eraser, erase that part. Okay, so L-O-V-E. Another way you can do it, I'll show you guys on the back here real quick, would be to write your word. And then go around the whole thing like this. Again, the O is kind of easy, right? If you know how to freehand it, because that's actually what I did for mine, awesome. But some of you younger kids probably need to do these steps. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Then you would just erase these inside lines. Okay, I'm going to use my one on the back for our project today. Okay, so I've got my bubble letters, my block letters, but how do I make them look like they're coming out at me? Well, it's actually really easy. It's a thing called perspective. Perspective is how we see things and how things get bigger and smaller as they go closer or further away. So I'm going to actually I'm going to pick where I want them all to be going to, and I'm going to draw a dot. It could be a big dot, it could be a small dot, it's up to you. And then I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to line it up with the corner of my first letter, and I'm going to draw a line from that dot to the corner of the first letter. And then I'm going to take my ruler again, and I'm going to draw a line from the dot to the corner, the next corner. And you're going to line up all your corners. So in this case, I got 3 here. You could just do that. If you want to challenge yourself, you could actually line it up with this top corner too. So I got 1, 2, 3 different edges. The O is interesting. Any round letter is going to be interesting. And you'll notice that this one is actually looking a little bit different than this one, and it all comes down to where you put your dots and where you put your letters on the page. The O I really only needed to do, I could do one here, but you don't have to. I don't know. Gives it a little bit more dimension though. Now that I'm on the V, my lines are going to actually probably start going this way because of where the V is on my paper. And you just do the best you can to line them up. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not doing a perfect job. I was going to try and do, I don't think that'll go. I don't think that'll go. Okay, so there's the V. And then my E is so far away from that dot that there's going to be a lot of corners that I can touch. 1, 2, 3. Now again, like I said with the L, if you want to go ahead and line up the corners of the E's legs, you can. This is actually going to be hiding behind this, so you only need to draw it here. You don't have to draw it back there. I did it on this too, if you look. But I want you guys to do whatever is easiest for you because you're learning. And some of these steps might be a little complicated or confusing. So just connect whatever lines you can. And don't worry if you get confused about where your lines are. Just do the best you can. So I've got this all drawn out. Now the only thing left to do is color it. On mine, I outlined my letters in black and then I did the rest in colors. I'm going to go ahead and do that here. If I can get my, outline my letters in black. And I was just trying to be different. That's why I outlined my rays or my lines in colors. Because I was trying to make them all, if I did everything in black, which you can do, or you don't have to outline them at all. You can just go straight in with crayons and colored pencils or whatever you're coloring with. But one of the reasons I outlined my lines in color was just because there's so many of them. I didn't want to get them all confused and not remember which one was going to which letter. So I'm going to go ahead and outline these. You could use a ruler again if you want, or you could just use your, just guess. This one's kind of right there. So there's the L. Let's do green. See, I'm already not on my line. In fact, I started tracing the V's line because I wasn't sure which one was which. So I should have said it at the beginning, and I'm sorry that I didn't. But this helps if you make sure your letters have a good amount of space between them. And when I say space, I mean like the space, the empty space between each letter. So if you need to go back and do it again with more space, or maybe you got really lucky and you just did that to begin with. Okay, I've outlined all my sections. The only thing I have left to do is color it. Now, if you really, really want to make this look 3D, what I recommend is making your letters the lightest shade, the lightest version of whatever color you're using. So in this case, I've got red. I colored it a light red. And then each of these sections would be darker because they are underneath. They are in the shadow. So I'm going to do that with one letter. I'm not going to take the time to do it with all of them because I don't want you guys to get bored. But if I'm doing it with one, I'm going to use this reddish pink color. I'm going to color lightly with this. And then if you're lucky enough to have, a nice assortment, you could just find a darker color to begin with. Or if you don't have a nice selection, a whole bunch of crayons to pick from, you can just press harder. And that'll get you a nice dark color. So that's pretty dark. If I want something even darker for my third color, Or for my third section, that's way too light. I don't know. That's the color I just used. We'll use this color. We'll see what happens. Okay, look, it is a little bit darker. Not much, but a little bit. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you guys one more because I have a better selection of green crayons. Okay. Light green letter. With darker green underneath. That is too turquoisey. I don't know, you guys get the idea. You can pick whatever colors you want. Get creative. It's gonna look 3D no matter what you do. But this is just a fun way to get some drawing skills in, do something cool, use your name, use your favorite word, use your pet's name, use I love you mom and dad, I don't know. Whatever you want to do, have fun with it, and don't forget to show me your artwork. We'll see y'all soon.